Workflow optimization. It's not just a buzzword, it's a potential revolution in how we work. Today, we're diving into a framework that could transform everything from your morning routine to billion-dollar operations.
Oh, that sounds fascinating. What exactly are we talking about here?
We're exploring a 5-step process optimization framework designed to streamline workflows and boost efficiency. It's all about questioning, eliminating, simplifying, speeding up, and automating processes. And the kicker? It's supercharged by AI.
Wow, that's quite a combination. How does this framework actually work in practice?
Well, let's break it down. The first step is questioning requirements. This is where you critically examine every aspect of your process. Are all these steps really necessary, or are we just following outdated rules?
That makes sense. I imagine a lot of inefficiencies come from never questioning the status quo.
Exactly. And that leads us to step 2, eliminating unnecessary steps. The mantra here is delete liberally and add back only the absolutely essential components. It's amazing how much we can streamline when we really focus on what's truly needed.
That's an interesting approach. Do you have any statistics on how effective this can be?
Absolutely. According to a study by McKinsey, companies that have implemented similar optimization frameworks have seen productivity increases of up to 25%. That's a quarter more output with the same resources.
That's impressive. So what comes after elimination?
Step 3 is all about simplifying the remaining steps. This is where you focus on making what's left more streamlined and intuitive. For example, you might consolidate multiple approval stages into a single, more comprehensive review.
Oh, I see. And I imagine this sets the stage for automation later on.
You're right on the money. But before we get to automation, we have step 4, speed it up. This is where we push boundaries and ask, how fast can this process realistically go, even if it compromises some quality?
That sounds a bit risky. Wouldn't that potentially lead to errors or subpar results?
Well, that's a valid concern. The key here is finding the right balance. It's not about sacrificing quality entirely, but rather identifying where we can trade a small amount of precision for a significant gain in speed. For instance, Amazon found that for every 100 milliseconds of latency in their website, they lost 1% in sales. Sometimes speed really is that crucial.
Oh, I had no idea the impact could be that significant. So how does this all tie into the final step? Automation.
Right, so once we've optimized our process manually, we can leverage AI and other technologies to automate it. This is where things get really exciting. For example, an e-commerce business might use machine learning algorithms to predict inventory needs, or implement natural language processing to automatically categorize and route customer inquiries.
That sounds incredibly powerful. But I'm curious, how does AI fit into the earlier steps of the process?
Great question. AI can actually be integrated throughout the entire optimization process. Large language models, for instance, can analyze workflows, identify inefficiencies, and even generate optimization suggestions. It's like having an impartial, superintelligent consultant looking at your processes.
Fascinating. Do you have any real-world examples of companies successfully implementing this kind of framework?
Absolutely. Take Walmart, for example. They implemented an AI-driven inventory management system that reduced out-of-stock items by 16% in test locations. Or look at UPS, which optimized its delivery routes using AI, saving 10 million gallons of fuel annually. These are massive improvements driven by this kind of systematic optimization.
Those are impressive results. But surely there must be challenges in implementing such a system.
Oh, you bet. One of the biggest hurdles is often resistance to change. People can be comfortable with existing processes, even if they're inefficient. There's also the initial investment of time and resources to implement these changes. And with AI, there are always considerations around data privacy and security.
Those are important points. How might someone address these challenges?
Well, for resistance to change, clear communication is key. Explain the benefits of the new system and involve team members in the optimization process. For the initial investment, it's important to focus on the long-term benefits and potential ROI. As for data privacy and security, it's crucial to work with reputable AI providers and implement robust security measures.
That makes sense. It sounds like successful implementation really requires a holistic approach.
Absolutely. It's not just about the technology, but also about people and processes. And you know what's really interesting? This framework isn't just for big businesses. It can be applied to personal productivity as well.
Oh, really? How might someone use this in their personal life?
Think about your morning routine, for example. You could question whether you really need to check your email first thing, eliminate unnecessary steps like repeatedly hitting the snooze button, simplify your breakfast preparation, speed up your commute by finding optimal routes, and automate tasks like setting your coffee maker to start brewing before you wake up.
That's a great example. It really shows how versatile this framework can be.
Exactly. And that's what makes this framework so powerful, its versatility. Whether you're a student trying to optimize your study habits, a small business owner streamlining your operations, or a large corporation looking to transform your entire workflow, these principles can be applied.
It's really exciting to think about the possibilities. Do you have any final thoughts or takeaways for our listeners?
I think the key takeaway is that optimization is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. This framework gives you a structured approach to continually question, refine, and improve your workflows. And with AI as a partner in this process, the possibilities are truly endless. Remember, start small, be consistent, and don't be afraid to question the status quo. Your future, more efficient self will thank you.
Those are great points to end on. This has been such an insightful discussion about workflow optimization and the power of AI in streamlining processes.
It certainly has. We hope this episode has inspired you to take a fresh look at your own workflows. Until next time, keep optimizing.